planet, because I know there's people in China and India that are going to be talking.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
At the speed.
They're on the edge of their seat waiting for this video.
I want to see this video, man. I tell you,
There's that one person in Taiwan. Yes, he's live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I love it. Welcome to being live.
Welcome, live
Hey,
streamers.
Cyber World.
Let's bring them on
Welcome
in.
to meeting of Acoustic Minds, June 24th, Redwood City, California. Very proud to be getting this gig going tonight in honor of and supporting Street Life Ministries. So we have Mr. Dave Sheeran, who heads up Street Life Ministries,
Yes,
great
yes, sir.
homeless support group here
Yes,
right on the Peninsula, based in Redwood City. Dave, what's going on with Street Life?
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I'm really grateful to be here tonight, and thank you so much for everybody who's watching. And we're asking for people that are there, if you feel inclined to support us. We definitely would love for you guys to support us. So we're a homeless ministry. We've been around for 23 years, feeding folks that live on the street, and we serve a little over 50,000 meals a year to our folks, and we try pretty much around 25 to 30 people a year. We try to get them housed, into recovery, some kind of off the street.
Yes.
Everything is such a huge array, so I can't really pinpoint every way we get somebody off the streets, but we deal with a lot of mental health, a lot of addiction and stuff like that.
A lot of that going on these days,
And
unfortunately.
then right now we're very excited. We just bought our very first building.
Oh yeah, where is it?
It's right here down the street on 102 Laurel Street.
Oh, right in Redwood
We're going to be
City.
the very first Christian inpatient 12-month men's recovery program in San Mateo County.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
That
Yeah,
is
so the very
amazing.
first one ever. So yeah, we're excited.
So money generated from this tonight, coming out of the OddFellows Hall group of the Bayview Lodge of
Yes.
Redwood City, will
Absolutely.
go and help support that project
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, and I really appreciate you guys doing this, because
Yeah,
Oddfellows
this is-
has really
well, this
been
is a great
very
combination
behind
of
us a
groups,
lot. And we love it.
yeah. How long have you been with Street Life?
I've been with Street Life for 16 years.
16 years. No
16
kidding.
years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, I think it sounds like you're the main driver that has really expanded that. And
Yeah, that's what they say.
yeah, that's what they say. Hey, it takes someone like you to get it going, man.
Yeah, I have almost 18 years sobriety myself. I was formerly homeless, born and raised in Redwood City.
Isn't that amazing?
Addicted to drugs and alcohol. Got saved almost 18 years ago at Salvation Army in San Jose, and
Absolutely incredible.
here I am.
What a great story.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Turn it around, man.
Turn it around. Yeah, God is good. You know,
Awesome,
it's
man.
just amazing stuff. So I'm really
Yeah,
excited.
we're very happy to be supporting you, the whole crew tonight, and the music and everything.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah. No, this
great
is
opportunity.
This is awesome. I can't wait to hear. I've been
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
when I heard your check-in was awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
even
listen
the
to it.
check-in was good.
Yeah,
The sound
that
check.
was
And they're absolutely fantastic
Yeah.
musicians. We're happy to host them here at the Redwood City
Let
OddFellows
me
Lodge.
introduce, this is Mr. Ray Fellers.
Yes,
One of
sir.
the upstanding and great members of the Redwood City OddFellows Hall, one of the main drivers of making this lodge happen and this event happen. How you doing, Ray?
Doing good. This is going to be an exciting evening. It's going to be a packed house. Going to be a packed house tonight.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Great music. I've known Mark for maybe 6 years, 7 years.
We're both co-siders.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've known Dave for a few years now. Does fantastic work. Proud to host them. And just going to be a good night. A lot of good people here tonight.
Yeah. We're real proud of you. And Ray and I have been working real hard on this last couple of weeks to get this going. And we know it's going to pay off big time. You know what? It's all worth it, all that extra effort. So, wow, amazing stuff. Well, music's only 25 minutes away. I think we got a couple other people we're going to interview and just have people come by.
All right.
And Mr. Miles Rogers doing a great job on Livestream World. So, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Mark Kostrzewa. You can tell I'm one of the musicians by the shirt. I don't normally wear this shirt. I would only wear this shirt if I'm playing music, right?
I love it.
That's about it. So good to see everybody. Hang in there. We got great music
Great
coming.
music
More
tonight.
people to talk to.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Oh! Hey guys. Wow. Rich. Yeah, sure.
How are you? Look at you in your You gotta give me a couple. You gotta give me a couple. I'm so excited. What's going on? Is it
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I got one right here.
Come here, Rich.
You driving?
Rich.
Are we streaming?
We are. We're live.
Okay.
Don't pick your nose, dude. So.
Where are you from?
Down the street.
Oh yeah. What brings you here?
Music. I heard
Me
that
too.
I heard the sound engineer is really good. The sound and lighting guy. It's the only reason I hear it. It's just, words on the
The
street.
musicians are just secondary.
They
as
are
far as I'm
absolutely
concerned.
secondary to the sound guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Pearsall, very good friend of mine, running sound and lighting for this whole gig tonight. Fantastic stuff. Rich, tell us what's going on with sound and lighting.
Sound and lighting. Yeah, this is the first time for this hall.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of an interesting experience. I think we're all learning a lot here. Great room, great sounding room, a great intimate setting. I think we're gonna have a good show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And sound check was really good. The lighting
Yeah.
was fantastic. So glad. Thank you for volunteering your time to handle all of this extensive equipment. Look at all these wires. Are you kidding me? We had our challenges, but Rich rose to the occasion and installed them very quickly. So off to the races we go for a great
Indeed.
gig tonight. So
Have a great show.
Thanks, buddy.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks,
man. John Lester.
Hey.
Come here, live stream, buddy.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous bass singer-songwriter John Lester from the Coast Side. We're live streaming there, bud.
Oh, cool.
What do you think?
Well, we're about to do another one of these shows. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
great.
This is
Yeah.
your second meeting of Acoustic Minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other one was the benefit for Half Moon Bay shootings, which was
Yeah.
very unfortunate. But tonight we have it for Street Life Ministries, a great homeless support group right here in Redwood City.
Yeah.
And, well, how do you feel about doing these
Well,
benefit gigs?
I mean, I love that it's a benefit. I have a couple songs that actually are going to kind of get right to the heart.
I have one in
of
particular
this
that I hope you
issue.
play tonight. Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And it's great to play and to give back to the community.
It is,
I
yeah.
think homelessness is, there was a time, and I'll tell a story tonight, where, I've always had support. I've had my parents, but there was a time where it got close.
Yes.
Being a musician it's not always the most lucrative.
Yeah.
And, doing it full time and
Yeah.
living in the city and
Yeah.
when I was back younger. And so, but, I had that support, and, if I didn't,
Things could have been
could have
different.
been trouble, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So it's a great cause.
Yeah,
So,
no, appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
very good. Well, awesome, John. We're looking forward. Stick around. You want to see some bass playing like you've never seen. This guy's incredible. John Lester, everybody.
all right,
Thanks, John.
See you later on the stream.
Yeah. Hannah. Hello, Hannah. Come here. Hannah Corey,
Yes.
the main PR driver of this whole gig.
Goodness.
Wow. It's been a little bit of work, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's been very fun
Yeah,
to put
but
this
it's going to
on.
be very satisfying. And how do you
Yeah.
feel about doing all this for Street Life Ministries and seeing all this great music going to be coming in tonight?
So good. I think this is just such a great cause, and it's going to
Yeah.
be really exciting. Really fun night of music. So.
Yeah, is this the first time you've ever taken on a project like this? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. This is the first time the OddFellows has been putting on something like this in our
Yeah.
brand new building.
Yes.
And so we're really excited to kind of make this the first of many.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know you worked really hard for the PR stuff in particular. This woman, you have a degree in PR, right?
I work in PR right
Yes,
now.
you work in PR,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Great.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have your skill associated with
here.
this event for the meeting of Acoustic Minds in the Bayview OddFellows Hall.
Well, it's been wonderful
So,
working with you.
thank you
and
so much for all
getting
your
to know
work
you.
this week, and we're looking forward to a great show tonight.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Thanks. All right. See you all second. this. Check, check.
Hello, folks. We'll be starting the music shortly here. Just wanted to remind you that there is food and drink in the kitchen area. So be sure to go grab some food to help out the cause. Thank you.
I could spend ages reading the news. I could spend days singing the blues. But I turn up the TV light, give up without a fight. Better than pretending to know what's wrong or what's right.
I was looking around for a stool. Did you bring your own stool?
I did. That was I stand a lot these days. I'm going to be standing for my opening. Probably.
Well,
Whenever you're ready, Moses. This was
see that
good.
white chair. Maybe
Are we good? All right. Hey, cyber world, YouTube world, all you people that couldn't make it tonight, we wish you were here, but want to introduce my good musician friend, Mark Lemaire, one of the finest musicians, finest guitarists you are ever going to come across. Great supporting member of the acoustic guitar community here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm just proud to have the really good first name
Yes,
that matches
it is
yours.
a great. I know he's Mark. I'm Mark. You know, you can barely tell us apart. So anyway, I wanted to say thanks to you for coming out and supporting the Beating of Acoustic Lines. This is your third
time.
2 times with Michael Mannering, and now with another great bass player. I see a pattern. Mark Lemaire shows up when we get a great bass player to come with us. We got John Lester joining, and I know you guys are going to do. We're all going to do some stuff together, but I already heard them practicing tonight. It's going to be incredible.
It's a beautiful space too.
It is.
This is a newly renovated building.
Yep.
They tell me that the last show that was here, the last time the building was open, was over 100 years ago.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, that's
completely redone.
absolutely. We're going to call it exactly 100-year centennial since the last gig. Then to this date, why not? Artistic license. So, how you feeling about playing the gig tonight? Playing with John Lester. You did a little warm up.
And playing with you too.
Yeah,
It's
thank
going to be a good show.
Yeah.
My wife Cindy is here to sing
Yes.
harmonies.
Cindy Lemaire, Twilight is here.
Well,
Love
yes.
it. Yes.
That's what we used to call her, but then we
Oh, she
decided
doesn't go by that anymore, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
It didn't turn into a good station.
Oh, okay.
It's better just to be Cindy.
Cindy Lemaire, and she is a wonderful singer. So, well, I just wanted to say thanks and say hi to everybody out in the YouTube cyber world.
Just stay tuned in.
Stay tuned. It's going to be a great gig. You got the donation codes right embedded into your live stream. I know it's there. And stick around.
Donation code.
Oh yeah, we got QR code is on there. Donation to Street Life Ministries. It's all available right on the YouTube broadcast.
We're here for a cause today.
Absolutely, and we're very happy to do it. Thanks,
All right.
buddy. See you on stage here in a
See
couple
you
minutes.
soon.
All right. Mr. Ray Fellers.
Hello and welcome to our lodge and the first music event since our renovation. For those not familiar with our group, the Independent Order of the OddFellows is a fraternal charity organization whose Redwood City chapter began in 1862 and has been in this building since 1895. Of course, it didn't look like this in 1895. Our teachings are to visit the sick, relieve the distressed, bury the dead, and educate the orphan, along with many other charitable functions. I joined the lodge 11 years ago, and the best way to describe it is good people doing good things. Tonight, we have partnered with Mark Kostrzewa, Mark Lemaire, and John Lester of the Meeting of Acoustic Minds to help bring awareness and funding to Street Life Ministries, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping the homeless population of Redwood City and the surrounding communities. Pastor Dave Sheeran will give a formal introduction of Street Life during the intermission. So now I would like to introduce a fantastic musician and a good friend of mine, Mark Kostrzewa, and the Meeting of Acoustic Minds.
Thanks, Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Fellers. Thanks, buddy. This is really exciting to bring the Meeting of Acoustic Minds over the hill into the warm, sunny weather of Redwood City. I've run this, we're all a bunch of coasties here tonight, and it's been a bit cool out there, I'll say, and we're very happy to, I think I fortuitously scheduled this in June to get away from the fog and come over to Redwood City and hang in some fantastic weather. So the Meeting of Acoustic Minds has been running about 10, 12 years now, a couple shows a year. This is the first time we've taken it off the coast side and brought it over here, and I'm very proud to be able to use the Meeting of Acoustic Minds in support of Street Life Ministries and my dear friends here at the OddFellows Hall. I'm an OddFellow member out of Half Moon Bay. I know we got some Half Moon Bay folks out here tonight. Thanks for coming out. Good people doing good things. It's that simple. You guys ready for some music? Absolutely. We're not lacking for equipment. Always get the first one out of the way. That was a piece called Martha Lou off my second CD, From Here to There. I never started a gig with that song. I always end a gig with that song usually. Sounding all right out there? Let's give a shout out to Rich Pearsall on sound and lighting over there, my good buddy. Yeah. That's a piece called Celtic Rain coming up on my third CD. I'm going to switch over to another guitar real quick. Thank you so much, everybody. What a joy to play in this beautiful hall. My goodness. Really, really great. It has been a lot of work putting this gig together, Ray. Thank you so much. That was a piece called Three Candles off my album Premiere to There. So the way, who's been to a meeting of Acoustic Minds before? Anybody? Well, I know my wife's here, so she better raise her hand. So, right. So the kind of the format works. Everybody gets the stage individually for 20 minutes, basically, to run through a couple songs. So you get to experience exactly what that musician is like. And then we rotate through, and then when we come out second half, you're going to see all three of us sitting up here together, mixing and matching throughout the night. So I think it's a very cool setup. I think it's a great way to see a lot of great musicians. So next up, wow, a fellow Coastsider, bass player, singer, songwriter. Now, how many bass player, singer, songwriters do you know? Not a whole lot, but you're going to know one tonight. Mr. John Lester is next up for us. Let's welcome John to the stage. Get ready, folks. Yay, John Lester. I'm in the John Lester fan club.
It's not too big. You can be a member. It's easy. All right. This is Sarah, my older woman. She's about 103. So she's looking pretty good, I think. All right, we're going to do a little love song for you guys. I saw you walking around in my dreams more than a time or two, and I think I know what that means. Yeah, I saw you slip away into the night, but I just kept on dreaming of bringing you into the light. I saw you walking around in my dreams more than a time or two, and I think I know what that means. Yeah, I saw you slip away into the night, but I just kept on dreaming. I just kept on dreaming of a life, oh, that I knew I would always have, of the woman, oh, that would help make me a better man, of a light, of a love that would turn this night to day. I've been watching and waiting, so believe me when I say that I saw you walking around in my dreams more than a time or two, and I think I know what that means. Yeah, I saw you slip away into the night, I just kept on dreaming. I just kept on dreaming. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. Thank you. This is the first song I ever did as like a solo bass piece. I was always playing in bands all my life, and then I went out to an open mic one night and just played this tune and got a pretty good reaction, so decided to keep doing it. This is a song called Rose-Colored Glasses. I bought me some rose-colored glasses. Everything been looking up. Hey, I bought me some rose-colored glasses. Everything been looking up. I've been walking out into the big bright sun, just filling up my loving cup. Everything, it looks a little brighter now. Every time I don my shades, I said, hey, now everything, it looks a little brighter. Every time that I don my shades.
But I don't want to sit here and stare alone, and so I'm telling you about the purchase that I made. See, I bought me some rose-colored glasses now. Everything will be looking up. Hey, I bought me some rose-colored glasses now. Everything is gonna be looking up. I'll be walking out into the big bright sun, just filling up my loving cup. Hey, yeah. Knowing God don't give me no aces, I'm still looking at a winning hand. Hey, and there's a very big pot of gold. I think I want to take my stash down to the corner stand and buy everybody some rose-colored glasses now. So everyone will be looking up. Hey, I want to buy some rose-colored glasses now. Everyone is gonna be looking up. We'll be walking out into the big bright sun, watching every little thing that passes now. Walking into the big bright sun and watching every little thing, into the big bright sun with our rose-colored glasses now. Yeah, with our rose-colored glasses now. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I'll play a little guitar too. Well, I really appreciate being able to be part of this fundraiser. I kind of was Mark was asking me before, there was a little streaming interview going on. He was asking me a little bit about just about, the cause tonight for Street Life and everything. And I wanted to do this song. It's a tune that I wrote back when I lived in San Francisco. And I moved there right after the big earthquake, so it was really cheap. I moved from Palo Alto and into the marina. There was lots of vacancies. So, but I had a place there. I guess I moved there. It was like late 80s or early 90s or so. And I lived in this place in the marina for about a year and a half, but then I got evicted. My landlord moved one of his relatives in, so I got booted out of my beautiful little studio apartment. And I had to find a place to live, and I was just playing music full time and kind of making ends meet month to month. And challenge, to come up with that first and last rents in the city and all that stuff. And luckily I had some support. I had I was in my 30s, and I had my parents like, hey, I need to borrow a few $1,000s. And I was able to do that. But had I not had that, I would have really been in trouble. And this is a tune that I moved over onto Union Street, and I had like kind of a place I wasn't really supposed to be living. It was like not a live-work place, but just a workplace, but I was living there. And I built a little recording studio in it, which I wasn't supposed to do. and I didn't have permits for any of that stuff. I was just doing it. And I was trying to be kind of on the sly, and at night I'd be moving in lumber and kind of stuff like this. Right on Union Street, so it was like super busy, right by Fillmore, like really like super posh. And there was a homeless guy that was just sitting outside of it all the time, and he used to call me the carpenter. He's like, "Hey, carpenter, what's going on, man?" And he called, he was like kind of pointing a lot of attention towards me, and I was kind of like, I just pretty much ignored him all the time. And then I finally said, well, okay, I'm gonna have to go talk to him so he stops like, trying to, cause so much attention to me. And so I went over and talked to him, and it turns out, he told me his story, and he was a Vietnam vet, and he had been shot in Vietnam, and he lifted up pulled up his shirt and showed me, and he had these 3 bullet wounds in his torso, and it was like, I had never seen anything like that. And it turns out he was a carpenter, and so when he got back from the war, he had one of the bullets had lodged in by his spine and couldn't be removed, and it caused some kind of metal poisoning in his muscles, and he, his muscles couldn't work properly, and he lost his job as a carpenter, and that's how he ended up on the street. And so, I just thought, here's this guy that I was just totally trying to ignore, and for my own selfish reasons. And once he told me his story, I started like looking around me, and was inspired by some other people there. And this tune is about them. It's called Union Street. Alice went to the movies, but she couldn't afford the show. She's waiting for the people and their pocket change. They're floating out of the film world. They're flowing all around. Living out on Union Street. Well, Lewis calls me the carpenter. Hey, but that's what he would do if not for the bullets of the Viet Cong. They cut him down in a field one day, left him as a debt for society to pay for Uncle Sam. But 35 years and Uncle Sam is saying, Louis who? He's living out on Union Street. So many voices we try not to hear, and so many lies we just wish would disappear. But they don't disappear. They don't disappear. They're living out on Union Street. Living out on Union Street. Well, that one you'd better stand clear of. I think he's got an evil streak. The story's one that you don't ever want to know. The spirit caught him and it won't let go, and now he's Lucifer's little sideshow, and he wears it on his sleeve for everyone to see right down on Union Street. He's living out on Union Street. Can't help living out on Union Street. Oh, he's living out on Union Street. Out on Union Street. Good. All right, I'm going to do one more before we bring up our next artist. So this is a unique instrument I'm playing. I'm primarily a bass player, but I play guitar and bass. And I have a lot of six-string basses that enable me to go kind of beyond the range of just the bass. And I was looking for an instrument because I was playing all these six-string basses, and I wanted one that I could kind of treat kind of like a guitar and a bass at the same time. And this is stories for all the guitar geeks out there, and it's but I went to a luthier named Rick Turner. I don't know if any of you know of him, but he passed away a couple of years ago. But he's in Santa Cruz. Built basses for like basses and guitars for the Grateful Dead, for Fleetwood Mac, Stanley Clarke, like some really heavy-duty players. And I went to him for an instrument because I wanted to have the top three strings kind of be like a guitar and the bottom three strings sort of be like a bass, so I could play bass and guitar at the same time. And so I went to him with this idea. He has this instrument called the Renaissance, which is like this, and it's kind of an acoustic electric instrument. And Rick at the time was in his 70s, and he really was excited about doing this project, but he knew I played upright bass, and I also played guitar. So he was like, well, why don't we make the top half have frets, and the bottom half be a fretless instrument, kind of like an acoustic bass? And my first reaction was, no way. I'm like, I don't know, I have to play it, And two kind of different mindsets, when you're doing that. But he was so excited about building it, and he's such, an impressive luthier that I just gave him the money. I'm just, okay, why do you go, just make it, and so he built this bass. It has two separate outputs, so I run them to different effects units and stuff like that. And the top half has frets, so I can play chords nice and in tune and all that. But then the bottom half is a fretless bass. So it's kind of crazy, and I don't think there's anybody else on the planet who would want one of these, but I have it, and I'm going to play a song for you on it. I'm going to do a little bit of looping too, and so I'll kind of record myself as I play. This is a tune called So Many Reasons. I'll end my portion with this tune. Why would I point to just one star in the sky when the host of heaven is here in view? Why would I take just one jewel from a diamond mine when I could give every precious stone to you? So many reasons I feel the way that I do. Ask me, I'll answer, but I just got the time for one or two. And if you really wanna know why, it's gonna take a whole lifetime, because there's so many reasons I love you. Now why did Monet paint the very same cathedral every single day? Because he always seemed to see it in a different light. And why did Coltrane give his soul to the solo of each common refrain when every other time that he played through he got it right? So many reasons I feel the way that I do. Ask me, I'll answer, but I just got the time for one or two. And if you really wanna know why, it's gonna take a whole lifetime, because there's so many reasons I love you. Hey, I do. New moment in time towards eternity, then every new beginning I would like to start with you again. And each coming day, when you ask me why I love you, there'll be so much to say that the story that I tell you, it's never really gonna end. Hey, so many reasons feel the way that I do. Ask me, I'll answer, but I just got the time for one or two. And if you really wanna know why, oh, it's gonna take a whole lifetime, because there's so many reasons I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to introduce this next musician. I must say I'm a fan. I've never had the opportunity to share the stage with him, so I'm very excited to be doing that this evening. Really a consummate acoustic guitar player, very inspired by the things he does with the guitar and the tones that he coaxes out of his instruments. And he'll have a partner with him he's going to sing with, and I'll let him introduce that person. But for now, let's please welcome Mark Lemaire to the stage.
John Lester. Let's give him one more hand. And Mark Kostrzewa, who started out the whole day. Where is he? Back there. This is Mark Kostrzewa's idea. He's the one who makes this happen and sets it all up, and then we come in and just sort of take advantage of everybody's generosity, which I'm very glad to do. Let me get my stuff plugged in here. Every musician has their own rig, and I've got this weird little thing that goes around my... One day I'll get a beer belly, and then I won't need this, but... I'd like to introduce my wife, Cindy Lemaire. Thank you. In 2020, we drove across the country. Normally, I would fly. We would visit my mom, who at that time was 92. She's now 94. But we weren't going to fly. It was the summer of 2020. Remember that weird year? There was this COVID thing, which still exists. And I realized that we were caught up in world events that were far beyond us. It was also an election year. There was a lot going on. And I was thinking, you know, we're all really just leaves in the stream. And so while Cindy drove all the way across the country, I had the lyric sheet out in front of me, and I came up with this song.
This morning I woke up, flipped on the news, flipped it off. Now I'm headed back to bed. The mighty tree that shelters us is dying over our heads. We are not roots or branches, we are only the tiniest things. Inconsequential, we fall through the air, each of us a leaf in the stream. I regret the years I've lost, the friends that I have crossed, defending my hollow beliefs. The grudges I've held, forgive them, forgive myself. I'm just trying to get some sleep. If I rise into the sky, float above my life, maybe I will finally see. I need a touch of grace, I find it dreaming. I am the stream, swept down the river that is calling, calling. Over the falls we are falling, falling. A phrase in a footnote, a page of history. We are only leaves in the stream. When they write the story of this century, plague, insanity, and greed, the truth drowned out by 1,000 lies, till nothing was left to believe. The march is rising like the tide, while the schemers gamed the machine. A million voices raised in song, each of us a phrase in a footnote, a page of history. We are only leaves in the stream. Turn off the news, come to bed, stop trying to guess what's coming next. There's nothing you can do anymore. Great forces align in the black and blue sky. Witness the mother of storms. Above the lightning and the violent clouds, a star silent as a dream. May the rain wash us free to the infinite sea. Each of us a leaf in the stream, swept down the river that is calling, calling. O'er the falls we are falling, falling. A phrase in a footnote, a page of history. We are only leaves in the stream. A phrase in a footnote, a page of history. We are only leaves in the stream.
Oh, you want some water too. Believe me, there's nothing to give you dry throat than trying to sing on stage. Ooh, it's fizzy too. Here. I spoke with a friend of mine who had been married for a number of years, and he said that he and his wife were getting married again. I said, wow, can I come? He says, nobody can come. He said, this is a shadow wedding. I said, what's that? He said, we've decided we're going to marry the parts of us that we don't like. I said, listen, I got to go. I got a song to write. This is called Shadow Wedding. Cindy and my 15th anniversary together was in February, and the 10th anniversary of our marriage is in August. So
we've already done this part.
I dedicate this song to Cindy tonight. Put you on the spot.
Should I be flattered or offended?
Both. And now in black, meet me tonight. We'll stand outside in the rain and the cold and vow to love the worst of us both. Marry the dregs of my grandiose dreams, my beautiful loser, and I'll receive your angry achiever who can't let go. Now we know the worst of us both. A good night for a shadow wedding. Marry the bone to the blood. A good night for a shadow wedding. We'll vow to lay down the gloves and embrace the riddle of guests appear, faces from my earliest years, the tears of my mother, the fears of my dad, woven through the man I am. Your grandma's picture locked in a drawer, it's your face years before you were born. Like a maid of honor, she's bringing to you something borrowed, something blue. Oh, good night for a shadow wedding. Marry the bone to the blood. A good night for a shadow wedding. We'll vow to lay down the gloves and embrace the riddle of our love. Of our love. It's easy to marry in a sunlit glade, smile to smile, face to face, but backs to the wall, blinded by smoke. Would you vow to love the worst of us both? A good night for a shadow wedding. The bone to the blood. A good night for a shadow wedding. We'll vow to lay down the gloves and embrace the riddle of our love. Of our Edge of time. I realize that the only thing that's really worth doing in my life, after trying to do all kinds of different achievements, the only thing that really regularly pays off and is so hard to achieve is to stay in the present. I worry about what's happening tomorrow. I do a lot of regretting or celebrating what happened the other day. And to stay right here is the most tricky thing. So this is about staying on the edge of time. Is there a way to walk upon the path that straddles time? No fear for the future, our backs to the past. Can we touch that delicate line? Oh, to breathe deep, my friends. Draw the cool air in, and then we are present for a second. For a breath, we're home again. If now is only the endless unfolding, joining moments together, may we ride the shining line of time, the blossom that blossoms forever. Skating high on a ridge, sharp as the edge of a knife, clouds in motion below us, the abyss on either side. We push off and the ridge is moving, our skates describe the line. Stars on the right, we are tracing the edge of time. If now is only the endless unfolding, joining moments together, may we ride the shining line of time, the blossom that blossoms forever. Is there a way to walk upon the path that straddles the line? The past on the left, the stars on the right, we are tracing the edge of time. If now is only the endless unfolding, joining moments together, shining line of time, the blossom that blossoms forever, the blossom that blossoms forever.
We can give love.
We are going to do a sing-along. Don't be afraid. We have placards.
We do. And the room has great acoustics, so any noise you make is going to sound fantastic, so don't
The
worry about it.
important thing is that if you sing along, it's not that you sing well. It's that you sing loudly.
Great gusto.
So we've decided to make a lot of money in the music business. I know, that's a laugh
It
line.
really is a laugh line, truly.
And so we've decided to get a movie deal where our song is placed at the end of one of those blockbuster Hollywood movies. And to make our goal even easier to reach, we've written a song that should work pretty well at the end of any Hollywood movie. So we're going to train you to here's the chorus. It's called The Power of Song, and you should be able to nail it.
Let's sing of love and the power inside. Let's sing of babies and their innocent smiles. We'll think we're strong even though we are wrong. That's the power of song.
Okay, now you know the chorus.
In everybody's life there comes a moment when we make you sing a song. Something from a movie that made a lot of money. The chorus where we hope you'll sing along.
But not yet.
We're going to tell you lies to make you happy.
But so what? Don't let that hold you back.
We're going to take you higher.
You're going to feel inspired,
even as you know you're being had. Let's sing of love and the power inside. Let's sing of babies and their innocent smiles. We'll think we're strong even though we are wrong.
That's right.
That's the power of song.
Excellent. And now some of my favorite films.
The pretty ship that bumps the nasty iceberg. The lion cub who needed to be strong.
That's right. The servant girl that cries.
The whale that almost dies.
And in the end you'll hear Celine Dion. Let's sing of love and the power inside. Let's sing of babies and their innocent smiles. We'll think we're strong even though we are wrong. That's the power of song.
The hand motion really does empower you.
Bring out your inner Celine Dion.
Notice that we've just modulated. We're manipulating how you feel.
That's right. So yank your hankies out.
Wipe your snotty snouts.
Let's pretend our feelings are real.
Everybody,
let's sing of love and the power inside. Let's sing of babies and their innocent smiles. We'll think we're strong even though we are wrong.
Here comes that hand gesture.
That's the power of song. That's the power of song.
lullaby before the intermission. There's a guy who wrote a book lately called A Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. I heard about him and I thought, what is this thing? He makes up words and he puts them in his dictionary, words for which, trying to describe states of mind or emotional states, there's no word in English. So this song is called I Wish There Was a Word. I wish there was a word for that time I lay awake in the dead of night with joy, joy I can't explain. The moment drifted away, did it even occur? For that state, I wish there was a word. I wish there was a word. I wish there was a word for the times we fight, and then suddenly I see it's you who's right. What a strange sensation to silently observe. For that state, I wish there was a word. I wish there was a word. Talk won't serve my purpose anymore. There's no word for what I need to say, but I still love stories, stories all the same. I wish there was a word for that nurturing light that I hide from, that I fear, that it held me that night. I don't want to let it go, that's how little I know. It isn't even of this world. I light a candle, although that hardly serves. That's when I wish there was a word. 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 Thank you, folks.
Thanks so much.
I'll make room for you.
All right, let's hear it for these fantastic musicians. Okay, so before we take a break, I would like to let Street Life Ministries take the floor and share their message. Marilyn, are you available? All right.
go, just the right height. So good evening, and wow, what great music. And in spite of the clipboard, I'm not going to talk forever, so we can, I'm just old and need it to stay on track. We're really happy to be here tonight, and so grateful to OddFellows for hosting this event and enjoying the amazing music. So my name is Marilyn, and I could not be more passionate about the work that Street Life Ministries is doing in our community. My background with Street Church is that I've been coordinating my church's volunteer service nights there for about 6 years, I think now. And when I retired from my career as a journalist and PR person, I got the idea to volunteer in that capacity for Street Church. So sometimes I wonder if I'm retired, to be honest with you, but that's a story for another time. So the core belief of mine that led me to Street Life in the first place is that I know when people are hungry and cold, anything else they might want to do, from getting free of addictions or criminal behavior to getting a job, is almost impossible. And when we're feeding and clothing the homeless and poverty-stricken, we're really the hands and feet of Jesus, and I think that's a pretty fine calling. So Street Life began 22 years ago when a pastor brought a pizza to a group of homeless people near the Menlo Park train station. They'd said they were hungry, and that single act evolved into what we now know as Street Life Ministries. We're going to watch a short video. I think you said it was 2 minutes and something, and so we can get on with intermission. And it's going to give you a really good overview of what we are doing here in Redwood City and the surrounding communities.
Street Life Ministries is different than many feeding ministries. It serves a unique role in the way it cares for the homeless and the hungry in San Mateo and Santa Clara counties. Hot, home-cooked meals transported to outdoor venues are less threatening to those in need, fostering an environment for relational connections to develop between servers and friends on the streets. These connections become the groundwork for guiding friends toward healthier decisions, medical assistance, detox, housing, rehab, mentorship, and counseling, all contributing to a deep sense of meaning and purpose for those willing to invest. Each week we serve over 500 meals to men, women, and children. While not requisite to receiving Street Life Ministries services, most come early to listen to a short biblical message that frames the context for welcome and compassion. By creating an atmosphere of authentic human caring, serving times lead to transformational experiences for those served as well as those who are serving. What transpires is a surprisingly authentic community where everyone leaves satisfied, including the more than 100 volunteers and partner organizations that make it all possible. Since June of 2000, Street Life volunteers have expressed love and compassion by inviting our friends on the street to discover hope in our unique approach to the faith community we describe as no walls necessary. Our community meets on the streets for people on the streets. In the New Testament, the church was never limited by space or location. There are no walls necessary to be a healthy community of faith. Street Life is made up of people from different Christian traditions who share a common, passionate desire to see the message of Jesus lived out in tangible ways. We meet together on the street, not in a building, and we believe in helping those in need with the Word of God and a hot plate of food. There is no judgment, no guilt trip, no hoops to jump through. Just a sincere effort to show genuine love. When the gospel is lived out in the lives of broken people, it takes a shape that is beyond a building, a specific doctrine, or a Sunday service. Street Life Ministries is a community of people striving to follow Jesus and committed to bringing the love of God to people on the streets.
So as you can see, we're a small organization, really, in terms of how many people are working to serve that big population. Small organization, but a big mission. And we're about to launch our most ambitious program yet, which is our Homeless to Healthy Rehab program. It's a residential program. And there is a video streaming in the other room that will explain that program to you, but we're very excited about that. Meanwhile, the alarming rising food prices and the increased demand for our services have put a bit of a strain on our operating budget. So if what you learned this evening has motivated you to want to support us financially beyond being so kind to buy tickets to the concert tonight, why, we've got the means for you to do that in the other room. We have envelopes and a card scanner, so. And of course, we can always use volunteers. So thanks very much for your time and your attention. And if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them. We also have in the back, David Sheeran, who is our lead pastor and executive director. I think he's going to stand up. I can't see because of the lights. There he is. We have Vicki Lanzone, who is our operations manager and who David will freely admit actually runs Street Life. Yeah. And over here we have Mike Murray. He will be an integral part of the staff of our Homeless to Healthy. He's going to be developing the curriculum for our residents. And in the back corner, we have not only our ace photographer and videographer, but the voice of our videos, Jeremy Francis. So finally, your music lovers, so we hope you'll join us at the Club Fox on August 6th for our show tunes and opera gala. We're going to have performers from the San Francisco Opera Chorus and the San Francisco Symphony Chorus, and it's going to be a great event. And guess what? There's info on that in the other room too. So thank you very much for being here and for supporting Street Life Ministries.
All right, everybody, let's take a quick break. Drink some food next door. Come back in about 20 minutes. You'll have all three of us up on stage crowding with all these guitars and equipment. We'll see you next door.
Can't you see? I can't explain. I'm a little like a link of chain, a ring around another, running in and out again. Fly me on a kite line, smiling like a gold mine. I don't need to be right. I go to the end, that'll do to hold me tonight. Morning rain, make it soon. We get a little in the afternoon to hold me like a mother. Hang me on the evening moon, send me on a low one, show me how to go one more, never finally decide. I go to the end, take it along for the ride. Ain't got long, I leave for days. I never had a lot to say, tell me like a brother. Do we throw it all away? Sitting on the sideline, fooling with a fine line, never need to know the desire. We go to the end, we play it right down to the wire. We go to the end, play it right down to the wire. But can't you see? I can't explain. Yeah, I'm a little like a link of chain, a ring around another. I've been running in and out again, running in and out again. Running in and out again.
That's how life should be. Low, skinny, and ugly, that's for other people. High, wide, and handsome suits me to a T. Song, wine, and women, they're my three favorites. Beer, gin, and whiskey, that's 5, 6, and 4. Saturday night, I like eating and dancing, and I sleep all day Sunday, so's I'm ready for more. Take it with you, high, wide, and handsome, that's one way to go. Let's live it up, might as well, we're all dying. High, wide, and handsome, let's put on a show. Can't quit what will kill me, so why even bother? I love this hard living so handsome in thought, word, and deed. Have high, wide, and handsome carved on my headstone with the date I was born, plus the date that I died. Then take one from the other, all that's left as a number. Just remember I laughed twice as hard as I cried. High, wide, and handsome, that's how I like living. High, wide, and handsome, that's how life should be. Low, skinny, and ugly, that's for other people. High, wide, and handsome suits me to a T. just lost my key. Open up, baby, you got someone else inside. I'm gonna come get you, dead or alive. Melody, melody, it was a second name. Melody, melody, yeah, it was a second name. Melody, melody, yeah, it was a second name. Melody, melody, yeah, it was a second name. I took her out dancing, but she drank away my cash. She said, I'm gonna fix my face, don't you worry, I'll be back. I'm looking for a high low, like a mustard for a hand. She was crashed out in the bathroom and the arms of my best friend. Melody, it was a second name. Melody, melody, it was a second name. Melody, it was a second name. Melody, melody, it was a second name. Melody, melody, it was a second name. Melody, it was a second name. Then one day she left me. She took everything I moved. She took my trailer home. She took my Sunday boots. My nose is on the trail. I'm gonna catch you by surprise. And I'm gonna have to pressure to roast that child alive. What I said? It was a second night. Melody. It was a second night. Yeah. It was a second night. Melody. Well, it was a second night. Yeah, 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 baby. It was a second night. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
going to do it my last. We're going to do 3 times through.
Yeah.
So some will be duets, some will be all of us. I'm going to kick one off. It'll go to Mark, whatever you want to do next. What do you want to do? What do you want to do on the first one? Oh, okay. You go second and go here.
Even though you're standing next to you,
Okay.
I can go third.
Me over to you. Oh, that's right. That's the order. Yeah, yeah. And because we're going to end up with Cambridge Cowgirl as the final, right? Yeah, with Cindy up here. Right?
So one of mine will be. Well, it's
I
three.
don't. It's the only one I have. Thank you.
3 apiece. And do you want to do a solo one first, and then you have me play on your second 2 kind of thing? Or
I think so, yes.
just give me a shout.
It'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. Each tone will have more components. Until it explodes, it's so big. Thank you, Joe.
Check, check. Rich, you got guitar signal for me? I'm up. Coming through. Sounds a little low, but you need more signal from me?
Well,
There we go. Well, all right. Y'all have a nice break? Did you try some of that Ghost Wood brew over there? Who had a glass of that? That's really good. And there were some pretty nice snacks over there. There better be a couple cookies left for me after the kitchen people. 2 cookies, please. Put them in the back. Wait for everybody. Well, all right. Well, welcome to the second half of a meeting of Acoustic Minds. As you can see, all 3 of us on stage. The silly banter will definitely increase immensely in the second half. We're going to do some duets, maybe. I think we're actually going to do 1 or 2, all 3 of us. So. Oh, boy. Here we go. But we're just going to go one through, about 3 passes. So we're right on schedule, actually. So fantastic. Uh-oh. Mark's staring at has that look.
I'm confused by my own gear.
Aren't we all?
You got me and then John, and then it'll come to you. So you got about 8 minutes to figure it out.
Okay, I know I will, but let me.
Yeah, we repair our guitars in between.
That's right.
Figure it out before I distract everybody by doing.
You know, if there was a jet mechanic in the house, we could probably fix the darn thing. Too bad there isn't, right? I can't fix anything. I'm going to kick it off. This is a piece called 5 and Dime off my upcoming CD, Wooden House. 5 and Dime refers to this great old candy store back in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, where I'm from. What was it called? It was called Wakefield's. Wakefield's. So if some of my family, we're live stream right now too. So everybody say hi to Cyber World. If you got friends, there's the camera right over there. So I know I got some of my family watching back in Michigan. The old Wakefield's candy store, the one you go in where they had the big buckets and each piece of candy was about 2 cents, and Dad would give you a quarter, and you could load up on sugar. Oh my God. And I come from a rather large family, 10 kids, so Dad could sugar up the whole family for about $2.50. It's a pretty good deal. Anyway, this one's called Five and Dime.
right, I believe I'm next. I'll do another tune on guitar. This is off of my latest album called Fathers and Sons. It's a collection of songs about my kids, my grandfather, my father, kind of different men in my life. And this is about my youngest kid. And I wrote this when we first moved out to California in 2013 from New York. And the kids were in elementary school, and I got roped into being the talent show director for the elementary school. Professional musician, I had 2 kids, 3rd grader and a kindergartner. They thought, if we get this guy to do the talent show, we got him for 6 years. And so I was the Farallon View Talent Show director for that duration. And it was really wonderful. It was really amazing to get back to all the kids. And that very first year, my youngest kindergartner at the time was going to sing a song. I was playing guitar for him. And we were talking the night before the show about, what he was going to wear. And he said, I really want to wear one of my dresses, on stage. And he liked dresses and pretty things. And so we had a little talk with my wife and he. And we said, we're totally fine if you want to wear one of your dresses on the stage. It's fine with us. There might be some people that don't really understand a boy in a dress, and you might end up getting some people teasing you or saying some things. And he said, no problem, I can handle it. And we kind of knew that he would be able to. So we played the song, and he was up there in his dress. It was a children's song from an artist that he really liked. He, of course, slowed it down and milked it for all it was worth. And there he was in his dress, and there's like 200 people in the room about this size, just packed, and, grown men kind of weeping and stuff. And I was just like, that's my boy up there in his dress. And it inspired this song. It's called The Beautiful Princess of Never Come True. Pink for girls and blue for boys. Fairy dust of fighting toys a child must choose when they're still young between a magic wand or a plastic gun. But there's this kid who doesn't care. But his classmates say, oh, which daddy stare. His hair is pulled back in a ponytail. He wears a purple dress and he's got painted nails. And he says, why does everybody tell me what I can't do? And then he just sighs and says, I guess I'll be the beautiful princess of never come true. Some people try to put him down. His head's held high, and he stands his ground. He's strong, he's wise, he's pretty too. He's got a lesson for me and you, 'cause he likes both Lego planes and ladybugs. Dolls ride trains and he gives big bear hugs. Boy thinks, girl thinks, all he sees are people things, not he's or she's. And he says, why should anybody tell me what I can't do? And he can't deny that he'll always be the beautiful princess of never come true. Never come true. He's the beautiful princess of never come true. When are all we parents finally gonna stop by pretending that we don't look down in judgment? Can't we see the message we're sending? 'Cause if a boy wants to fly on butterfly wings or dress himself up in the prettiest things, then why should he have to fight a very old point of view? be the beautiful princess of never come true. I hope this child will always see exactly who he wants to be, and he won't grow up to be afraid to stand behind the choice he's made. For perhaps the writers got it wrong with their fairy tales where he can't belong. From his innocence, from this child at play, I hope we learn that it's alright to say you can fly in any way that you imagined and do. So please don't deny you can also be a beautiful princess. Just reach for the sky, and all the heavens will be open to you. Now let's say goodbye, and thanks to the beautiful princess of never come true. Thank you.
That was so good lyrically that I'm going to play an instrumental. Because I don't want to try to follow that with anything with words. I always found it sort of fascinating how classical music and sort of can inspire pop music. And in 1967, Procol Harum had a big hit with Whiter Shade of Pale. Back in 1697, Bach had a huge radio hit with Air on a G-string. And so I thought maybe they inspired each other a little bit. Some people said that Whiter Shade of Pale was sort of heavily influenced by the Whiter Shade of Pale piece. And I sort of put it together and I realized there are some relationships, but it's not. They did their own thing. But I decided to put the two together into one piece, just to sort of see if I could surprise myself. Come on now, tuner. I have a new tuner and I don't know how it works. There. Let me see if I can get on my, what? Oh, no, I was trying to figure out how to turn it off. No, it's all done, thank you. I used it properly.
We got tuners, lots of tuners on stage. Lots of guitars, lots of tuners.
The problem was that I was afraid that I would never be able to successfully turn it off and the battery would go dead. But thank you, guys. Anyway, so this is called Air on a Whiter Shade of Pale. Let's see if I can get my classical music attitude together here.
Wasn't that just gorgeous? I got the best seat in the house, right here. I've seen him play that several times before. We shared some shows together in the past, and boy, I'm blown away every time he does that. Wow.
I thought the title was going to be Whiter Shade of a G String.
I was convinced to change it to something else.
You can reconsider the name, you know. You're not stuck.
It went through so many changes. I didn't know what to call it for years, honestly.
I'm just going to call it beautiful. That's what I'm going to call it. Beautiful guitar playing. That's what I'm calling it. This is a piece called Al Otro Lado. It's one of my oldest songs. And I played it for years and years. It didn't make it on my first CD. It didn't make it on my second CD. I don't know why, but now it will be on my third CD, Wooden House, coming out shortly. For whatever reason. Took a while to make it to the digital world.
Well, not only do I have the biggest instrument on stage, I had to brag about that, but I also have the smallest instrument on stage too. I have both. So I'm going to do a tune on this instrument, and there's a little story behind this. This is another song from my album Fathers and Sons, and this is about a grandfather of mine that I never met and never knew. When my mom was 2 years old, her parents divorced, and her mom remarried. And so the grandfather I knew all my life was my step-granddad, and it wasn't really talked about in our family, so I didn't even know it until later, in maybe my teen years. And after years went by, I did talk to, I call him my grandfather, my step-grandfather, about who my grandfather was a little bit. I knew some things. I knew he was born in Maryland. I knew he was some kind of a golf pro or worked in the golf industry. And after my grandfather, passed away, and my mom recently and my dad are gone, and I kind of, my wife and I, we started, wondering if we could kind of find some more about my grandfather and the great-grandfather of my kids. And my wife is a pretty good researcher, and we were living in New York at the time. It was about 2012, and we found, I knew his name and where he was from. So his name was Roger Peacock, and so we found his obituary, and he had died in the late 90s, and he was survived by a couple of sons that were, I guess would be my mom's stepbrothers. And I had no idea about this or that another family existed. And we looked them up, and it turns out we were moving to California, and they lived in the Bay Area up in Bolinas. And I got in touch through Facebook to the older of the two. Turns out the younger of the two had passed away by the time I reached out. But the older of the two, we got together, and we got our families together, and we kind of hung out. And he was a super cool guy. And he had met my mother, and he had been at my parents' wedding. There's all this kind of stuff. I had no clue, and he was really, really happy to get to know me and my family. It was really special. And one Christmas a few years ago, he brought some gifts that, for my kids and stuff, and what I thought was a gift for my kid, like a toy guitar or something, and this instrument was in a case. And it's my grandfather's ukulele. So I get a little verklempt. I might need some Ben & Jerry's ice cream to get through this story. But, some tissues. But, so it's a Martin from the 1930s. And he had it restored. And he gave it to me because I'm a musician, and he thought I should have it. And so I wrote this song, kind of about, as if my grandfather were singing, I need that Ben & Jerry's ice cream, to my mom, to a little tune from my grandfather to my mom. This one's called Everybody Loves Your Little Melody, and then the guys are going to join me. We're going to bring it down in volume a little bit because this is a really quiet instrument, and I'm just going to kind of sing on the mic from a distance. So good kind of front porch style a little bit. So here we go. Sleeve on, Hey Sheila, I remember the day I met you. It was a welcome to the world, to the prettiest thing I'd seen. I knew from the moment I heard your firstborn sighs, I'd love you for forever. You're the apple of my eye, and that day you inspired this little melody. Now, hey Sheila, how you made me love being a daddy. We played peekaboo games while I bounced you on my knee. I read your Little Orphan Annie. You gave me a snuggle when we put you to bed. If you gave us any trouble, I'd simply sing your little melody. And it kind of sounded like an old-time trumpet. Hey Sheila, I was so sorry when I had to leave you. Things just didn't work out like we planned with your mom and me. Now you were only 2. The best thing I could do was keep a little distance, though it gave me the blues. I thought about you every time I played your little melody. But hey Sheila, I always watched you from the distance. And what a beautiful woman you grew up and came to be. I heard about your wedding day from your brother in the crowd. I really couldn't tell you, but you made me so proud. And that day my heart sang out your little melody. Kinda sounded like Mark Kostrzewa on the guitar. Hey Sheila, who's that playing my ukulele? The one I bought back in 1933. I see a very close resemblance, guess it's meant to be. My little ook would reunite the family tree. Now let's see if your boy can play your little melody. Hey Sheila, could we have the next dance in heaven? Ain't nobody here gonna make a big fuss, you'll see. For us it's all about the love, it's not about the sorrow. We dance throughout the night because there's never a tomorrow. And all the angels love your little melody. Yes, everybody loves your little melody. And the band. Give it up for the band.
One of the fun things about this kind of a show is that every tune is different. Whatever comes next, you have no idea.
I think I know what's coming next.
No, you don't. Well, you're right. Yeah, actually, you do. This was all planned, actually.
I got the sheet, man. It's right here.
Is this volume on? Oh, there it is. I've got the first of two songs about old girlfriends. Cindy doesn't mind because they're no longer in existence. And just between you and me as a songwriter, they're actually fictitious people. So, totally no threat. But this particular girlfriend that I'm going to sing about is, while fictitious, is actually a collection of different girlfriends. The bad ones. Ooh. Oof. What planet was this guitar from a minute ago?
It was back in the 1600s, wasn't it? Just the last song.
Ooh. Hold on. I hate to slow things down, but Mark would understand this. Somebody once said that tuning is kind of like airplane maintenance.
Oh, really?
Yes. Nobody wants...
There's some jet mechanics out here, I know.
The point is...
I want to hear that. Wait, let me get the YouTube moment going here.
Tuning is like airplane maintenance. Nobody wants to wait for it, but you're really glad if it's done right.
That was really good. Mike, we're going to have to use that one back in the hangar, huh? That was good. When people rush me around the office,
So,
it's like guitar playing.
So this is called Missoula. That's her name. 1, 2, 3. Yellow moon rising, wind out of the north, reminds me of my past. Reminds me of Missoula, a girl I used to know, made me what I am. She opened wide my tender heart, she told me lies for a very long time. She chewed me up, spit me out. Missoula, Missoula, who once was mine. Once I saw that woman walking by herself. She drew me like a fly to a flame. That was the day I lost my way, when I learned Missoula's name. She had me doing her kitchen chores. I scrubbed that floor till I made it shine. She chewed me up, she spit me out. Missoula, Missoula, who once was mine. star takes me back to my past. I still think of Missoula. I bet she's come far since the day I saw her last. She took my car to the corner store. I gave up waiting after 3 days' time. She chewed me up, spit me out. Missoula, Missoula, who once was mine. Missoula, 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 who once was.
It is our last go around.
I just want to say thanks to Mark Kostrzewa here for putting this on with all the help of everybody here.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everybody. This is just a joy. What a great night. Thanks for the participation and support to all of you tonight.
Yes.
Really just fantastic. Our first time doing it at this location. Special thanks to the OddFellows Hall. There was so much work went into this gig from everybody in the back there. Ray Fellers, what a great time working with you on this, and just amazing. Yeah, absolutely. And really the whole OddFellows Hall crew. I just got to call out a special friend is here tonight. It has a birthday. Victoria Hibbets. Let's sing happy birthday to Victoria. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Victoria.
Happy birthday to you.
That's the Hibbets family out of Montera, our fellow Coasties. Big-time music supporters, too, and their lovely husband, Kenny, is here, head of Hollerfolk, awesome band also, so lots of great musicians out here tonight. Let me quick tune, and we're going to run through another Coastie song here. I think I'll do a little 55 Miles with John Lester.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to sit there and look quietly important.
Don't feel bad.
Oh no, I feel good.
No? Do you have a mute switch on or something?
Oh, mute.
Oh, that one does it every time.
I've been there, that's why I knew exactly what was wrong.
Yeah, I'll work on it. Kind of special. This is a tune 55 miles off my first CD. 55 miles is the length of the San Mateo County coastside, where all that fog is. But we do love it out there, and my fellow coastie, John Lester, is going to join me on bass for this one.
All right. Can we turn this microphone down now a little bit there, Rich? All right, I'm going to do another tune on my Rick Turner bass here. This is another one that kind of I thought about when we were asked to do this show in support of the homeless, and it's about a guy that I never really met. When I went into being a singer-songwriter, I'd been in just a bass player, but playing for lots of different bands and making a living being a bassist. And I was often in 4 or 5 bands at the same time. And then I decided I really wanted to focus on being a singer-songwriter. I was in my 30s at the time. And so I quit all the bands that I was in and focused on being a singer-songwriter. And it didn't take me too long to run out of money. And I sort of wanted to pursue the singer-songwriter thing, so I had to find some kind of a job, you know. And a friend of mine was putting in these coffee kiosks in hospitals, like a lot of Kaisers, and they were doing really well. And I thought, oh, I'll buy one of those little coffee kiosks and make some coffee and do that, and that'll make ends meet, and then I'll work on my singer-songwriter thing. And I ended up owning this little kiosk in the East Bay for about 7 years, and it was a really great place to actually not only make a little bit of money, but observe people and just be there. I was kind of the coffee guy at the hospital. And this song is about a guy that I never really met, but I would see him walking through. My little kiosk was by a cul-de-sac where the patient drop-off was. And he would walk through from time to time. I'd see him once or twice a month. And he was disabled, I think both mentally and physically. But he was kind of on his own. I didn't really know much about him. But he would kind of cut through wherever he was going. He was going home or something. He'd cut through our little cul-de-sac. And then he would stop, and there's this big 3-car open garage, parking area for the hospital. And he would stop, and he would face into it, and he would look up at it, and then he would like scream at the top of his lungs, this sort of blood-curdling, very strange sound. And then he would laugh, and then he would walk away. And every time I saw him, he did exactly that. That's what he did. And I finally realized, and my customers, sometimes would get really disturbed by him. And I realized that he just loved the way his voice sounded when it echoed into the, it would echo, and he'd scream, and it would echo, and then he would just laugh. He just thought it was like the funniest thing ever. And he did it all the time. And I was like writing all these songs. I had a little guitar I kept on the shelf, and all these interpersonal, like, so my girlfriend left me, woe is me, my life is so hard. And I saw this guy who's like totally disabled, and didn't seem to have much going on in his life. And every time I saw him, every single time, he was smiling. And so I wrote this tune about him. It's called The Happy Man. status. He'll never earn the money I make. The happy man catches sideways glances because everybody thinks he's Mother Nature's mistake. But the happy man doesn't have many problems, no, his mind doesn't think that way. The happy man can't worry about the future, so the happy man lives for today. He lives for today. He lives for today. The happy man has some trouble when he's walking, so he dances all the time. The happy man takes a long way home because he never could keep a straight line. The happy man doesn't carry any baggage, no, he never knows if he's gonna stay. The happy man can't worry about the future, so the happy man lives for today. He lives for today. He lives for today. Well, hey now, baby, I was given too much in this life, or I got too much time to think about what's not going right. The little slow kid like we're teased in school, it's worked it all out while I'm still playing the fool. Maybe he's here to help me understand. It really doesn't have to take a lot to be a happy man. To be a happy man. The happy man likes to sing real loud as he passes by my coffee shack. The happy man likes the sound of his voice as it bounces off the walls of a cul-de-sac. And a passerby asks me, why does he do that? Well, I give the only answer I can. Though the guy's a little slow, there's a one thing that I know, he's a very happy man. And I hear him singing, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
This one on. Woohoo! That one works. What about this one? Are they similar? Let's send out a thank you to Rich, who is doing sound tonight. We're going to do a last song. And because it's the last song, and I want you to be going out with a smile, it's going to be a sing-along.
Another one. We have another sing-along.
No placards needed this time. Because there's only one word you have to know. And that word is hey ya. We'll show you how it goes. This is an example of the sing-along part.
Hey ya, hey ya.
Okay, everybody can do that. Everybody sing.
Hey ya, hey ya.
Excellent.
Rock.
You're all in the band. This is about my first girlfriend, the one that I liked. She's called the Cambridge Cowgirl. And thank you all for coming down tonight and being part of this show. A cigar box of postcards and a yellowed photograph taken way back in the 7th grade. Her nickname on the back.
She was double-barreled, beautiful, with her bike and cowboy hat.
I pretended to ignore her. That was the smoothest move I had. And I sang, hey ya, that's all you need to sing. Everybody sang, hey ya, that's the song the Cambridge Cowgirl sings. Her mama's triple-decker up north of Harvard Square. Jungle juice in a mason jar, the creaking basement stairs, the scent of paint and turpentine, the laundry on the chair, the ladders, the rags, and in the back, the couch that we would share. Everybody sang, hey ya, the year I turned 13. Everybody go, hey ya, that's the song the Cambridge Cowgirl sings. You did so well with that. I want you to sing ooh. Can you all sing ooh?
Will help.
Well, I do it then like this. Nice. Again. Basement window, our personal night shut sky. I was falling, I was falling, I was falling, I was falling. Hey ya, that's all going to go forward about 50 years. My wallet and my keys, the remote for my TV, a pile of bills and catalogs, and a postcard addressed to me. It says, yeah, from Montana, a message from a friend. If Harvard boy would ride out west, gonna find the promised land. Everybody go, hey yeah, hey yeah, that's all you need to sing. One more time, hey yeah, that's the song. That's the song. That's the song. The Cambridge cowgirl sings. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming out. Another successful meeting of Acoustic Minds. Let's hear it for John Lester, Mark Lemaire, Cindy Lemaire, Mark Kostrzewa.
There we go. Thank you so much, everybody. There we go. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, OddFellows Hall. Thank you, Street Life Ministries, for all the good work you do. Let's go have a drink together, huh? Thanks, everybody. What a week it's been getting this together.
And there will
Yay.
be more shows.
Yes, absolutely.
This is just the beginning. Thank you, everybody.
There are signed posters available for a small donation that will go directly to Street Life. All the musicians have signed off.
I'll come out in a few minutes.
They'll be over in the kitchen area, next to the booze. All right.
Awesome job, guys. Wow. Awesome job. Yeah.
What a week. Rich, have a little background music. You get a little background music for us there, bud?
Wake up early.